Crypto Coins News. It's a very informative but light reading. It's not real heavy reading, but it's very informative as to what's going on and the way things are going to change radically. Pretty soon we're going to have this blockchain technology controlling everything.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit after the hour, and okay. I think we should get this party started.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay.
We have Jack, Kaya, Lucy, Otis, Rachel Scott.
Oh, Rachel Scott.
Great to see everybody.
Yeah, glad to see Rachel, yeah. Okay, we're going to talk about GladiaCoin, which is an internet protocol based in Bitcoin and high-speed trading, high-speed robo-trading. And that's what they do. This is kind of like a savings account. You know what a certificate of deposit is? Certificate of deposit is at a bank. It's a timed account. You put the money in, they promise you a certain interest rate, and at the end of that period, they hand you your money back. Well, this is a little bit different than that. It's very analogous to it, but there's some nice little things that go along with it. One is that you're not locked into a 90-day period, because the real goal here is to help you double your Bitcoin. And when that happens, the account terminates because they fulfilled their goal, right? The other thing is that unlike banks, I don't know if you remember seeing ads from banks trying to get people to come in. Hey, we'll give you a toaster. Oh, we'll give you a gift certificate, stuff like that. You know, if you'll come in and open an account. But if you're one of the guys that referred somebody to the bank, what did they give you? Nothing. They wouldn't even talk to you unless you had an account in there. So these guys actually give you something when you refer people. They give you a referral fee, and that referral fee can be used to help double your Bitcoin. Everybody needs to get Bitcoin, but how can you get it? Each Bitcoin today, I think we were looking at it was $1,169 or $79 today. It's climbing up to its all-time high, and in January it exceeded the price of gold. And when it hit the price of gold, when it exceeded the price of gold, that was a watershed moment, which most people don't even know what happened. It shook the financial industry on its heels, because gold was supposed to be the store of value. And what we're finding out is the world is saying, no, Bitcoin is the store of value. Anyway, we'll talk more about that stuff in a little bit later. We're going to go ahead and get started on some of these slides. If my computer will cooperate tonight. It's not working. There it goes. I guess you have to kick it. All right, listen, history of Bitcoin, real short. 2008, it came out, and it was invented by somebody called Satoshi Nakamoto. And it is the world's first decentralized major cryptocurrency, which is being accepted by the world, called Bitcoin. Now remember, Bitcoin is a concept. It's an internet protocol that works off of what's called a blockchain. What's a blockchain? Basic way to understand a blockchain is that it is a ledger. It's an account of every transaction associated with these Bitcoins. Every kind of change in the money, when it goes from point A to point B, that's all written down in what's called a blockchain. And each block is 1 megabyte in size of data. Now, the way it works is that there's no human intervention here. What happens is that information gets written into the ledger, and it gets copied. All the computers in the world who are running the Bitcoin protocol are going to have that blockchain on their computers. And they do what's called confirmations. They actually go out and verify with the other blocks to make sure they all agree. If one doesn't agree, then it's not a valid transaction, okay? And it's fully documented. Everybody can see the chain, but they can't necessarily know what happened. They know how much money was moved, but they don't know where it went, and they don't know how. And so that makes it very, very good for people who would like privacy. Everybody wants privacy. You know, today they want your fingerprints, they want your iris scan, they want to, you know, have a voice print, everything. They want to know everything you're doing. They're even putting RFID cards, chips in your clothing, and they're putting them in your cards and stuff like that, so they can watch your wallet walk through the door. You go to the store and they say, John's here today. We know what he's going to buy. Okay, value of Bitcoin. Back then, they started at 0.001 cent. And that's amazing. In 2010, it was only worth a dime. They were really having trouble getting this stuff going. But there were quite a number of people in the scientific side and in the computer side and in the privacy side that have been talking about this stuff for a long time. And the goal is to kind of get away from this centralized thing where everybody had to have permission to move money from point A to point B. Well, it's caught on, and in 2016, it had an average value of about $900 per coin, and now it's climbing again. It's gone up, it's gone down, that's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if you were in India, when they decentralized, they devalued 85% of the money. All of a sudden, people woke up and this currency note wasn't any good anymore, and this other currency note wasn't any good anymore. It's just like the United States. They took with the $10,000 bill out, they took the $1,000 bill out, they took the $500 bill out. Now they're talking about taking out the $100 bill. Well, if you got a stack of $100 bills or $1,000 bills, and all of a sudden they say they're not worth anything, that value of that money just went poof. Well, it turns out that in India, everybody that had money in Bitcoin, because they weren't trusting the fiat side, they didn't lose a dime. Same thing happened in China. Same thing happened over in Greece. Same thing happens down in Venezuela and other places where they're having lots of financial turmoil. Bitcoin is proven to save the day and to protect people's value of their labor. You go to work every day, right? That's the essence of your being, and you produce something, which is your labor. And in exchange for that, you're supposed to get something back, right? That's the essence of your life and your being. If you lose that, everything is gone. You can't get it back. You only have so much. But Bitcoin is proving to be a store of value, so much so that when it exceeded the price of gold, boy, oh boy, that changed the world. Now, actually, these are a lot of companies that have invested in Bitcoin. You know any names here? Most of them. Isn't that interesting? Even banks are beginning to invest in Bitcoin. There's a lot of reasons they want to do that, but one of them is it's cheaper for them to operate. They don't need banks. They don't need tellers on the street. All they need are little machines where you can do your transactions, or a computer or a phone. Everything is running on a cell phone. Let me tell you one of the reasons why that is. It's because there are 2.5 billion people in the world that are unbanked, and they can't do business. They don't have a bank account. They have no way of moving money. They have no way of providing a product and selling it. That's all changing right now. And when those people who do not have, they even know about Bitcoin, and they find out about it, they're going to want it. Do you think that's going to have an effect on the value of the Bitcoin? You bet it is. Now, in order to use Bitcoins, you have to have something called an e-wallet. And here's some names of ones: Blockchain, Coinbase, Zappo, CoPay, BitPay, all of these things. This is where you hold your coins, and they're held in private, and they're secure. And nobody knows you got them unless they can tell you that, you give somebody your password or something like that. Find out about it, or you tell them. But you can use these just as money. It has, Bitcoin's, it's a store of value now. You can use it to buy things. That's an exchange of goods and services, and you can move it around the world. It's easy. Try to move a truckload of gold. Try to move just a suitcase full of gold. It's heavy as heck. You can't protect it. But here, you can actually carry a Swiss bank in your pocket. That phone can do everything a bank can do. And everyone who has a phone and everyone who is using cryptocurrencies can do the same thing that a bank does. They really don't need banks in the sense of the way they used to be. Now, how do they generate the returns here? Well, what they're doing is analogous to Forex trading. In other words, they're betting on Bitcoin going up, and they're betting on going down. But the thing is that Bitcoin has high volatility. In other words, it is going up a bunch, and then it's coming down a bunch. I mean, in one day, it's nothing to see it change $25, $30, $100. It doesn't matter. When you have that much movement in an asset or some kind of a money market instrument, you can make money on that, because you can take options on the long side, options on the short side, and it doesn't matter which way it goes. It only matters that it's moving, because you're making money when it's going up and you're making money when it's coming down. But this is not the kind of thing a guy can sit there by himself and do. You have to have computers that have proper programming in them in order to make it work, and that's what these guys are expert at. So that's how they can double your Bitcoin, because they're dealing with a highly volatile asset that actually is a store of value, and it's really under demand. All around the world, people are moving after Bitcoin. There's a whole entire economy that's being produced right now that all of a sudden people are going to be surprised. Oh, Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin? I heard of Bitcoin. You don't know what Bitcoin is? I mean, I walk out and ask people the question, what are you doing about Bitcoin? Have you heard of Bitcoin? Yeah. You know, Home Depot takes Bitcoin, but you walk in and you ask an employee if they take Bitcoin, they don't know. I think it's kind of hilarious. But the point is, it's basically, it's a buy low and sell high, isn't it? That's all we do. But the computers do it to the nth degree. Why can they do this? Because this company specializes in this kind of a business. They do Forex trading. They produce software for other people that do this kind of work. They created their own software. They own it, something they manage. And it's designed to work with the coming digital economy. Plus the rise of cryptocurrency exchanges. You see what's going on over in China right now. They're so concerned about capital outflows from the country that and they saw what happened with the Bitcoin when they started devaluing heavily, that they're starting to clamp down on the exchanges and say, well, you have to be licensed. And, you know, the agencies are just going out there and hassling these guys and trying to force them to come under their control. But the Chinese government doesn't own Bitcoin. Nobody owns Bitcoin. No government can lay claim to ownership of Bitcoin. And many governments say it's not money, and some governments say it's commodity, and other governments say, well, it's nothing, it has nothing, it's no bearing, it doesn't mean anything. So it's all over the place, and that's great because that makes for a lot of volatility because some people are liking it and some people are getting rid of it. That spells the business. But they're specialists in Bitcoin trading. They know what it is, and they know how to market it, and they know the exchanges that they can work through. A system that generates a high volume of Bitcoin can be generated because there is high volatility in the market. That's exactly it. So if you're going to call this thing an opportunity, the opportunity is that it's a worldwide market, that it's not just in one area, and it works in all places. It works in every country and every language. It doesn't recognize human beings. What you guys don't understand is that your car can own Bitcoin, your refrigerator can own Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be an individual or anything that's called a person or a live human being. This makes this thing incredibly useful. Anyway, here's some exclusive parts of it. What they're doing is they're saying that they'll guarantee that they will double the Bitcoin in 90 days. So what you do is you acquire some Bitcoin, you make a deposit in the company, and they will double it. They will pay you 2.2% interest on that money every single day directly to your bank account. So the moment you make your deposit and decide that you want to do this, you begin the return of your money right off the bat, okay? Every single payment has a portion of gains and it has a portion of return. Now, it's fully automated. The system runs flawlessly. It's fully integrated. When you make your deposit, the computers take over. They begin managing that money. They make your payments every day at roughly 9 o'clock Pacific. The computers run a calculation, balance all the books, and start sending your payments out. I don't know what time they hit us, but sometimes it's kind of like in the afternoon or early afternoon when it comes in. I know Kathy tells me that she loves to sit there next to the computer and hear the little ding when the money comes in and gets deposited to the account.
Oh, yes, I do.
Every day. And we're going to prove that to you. I'm going to show you a back office, and I'm going to show you the amount of money that's actually being generated here. And I'm going to show you how you can verify that it's a real program. Now, the other thing is that this is not your ordinary program. This is a referral program. You don't have to run this thing like an MLM. It's not designed to be that way. What you do is you build a base of referrals of people that come in. And why do you do that? Because they'll give you a referral fee for bringing people to the company. And you don't just get that referral fee once. Every time these people come in, remember these contracts run 90 days or less, and most of them are running less than 90 days. So every time they redo a contract for double the amount of Bitcoin that they have, you get credit for that. Especially if you referred those people to the company, you get paid a fee on that. And that helps you increase your Bitcoin, and that helps you double your Bitcoin faster. In fact, right now, there are many people that are generating 8 Bitcoin per day every day. That's they put in 4,000, they pull out 8,000 every day. And some of them have actually referred quite a number of people. I don't know how they did it. They just talk to people and other people talk to people and they just, they come on. It doesn't matter whether you refer them or anybody else. And it's an infinity. The chain runs to forever. You get paid on whatever comes into that chain down the road, whether you did it or not. And there's no, it's a flat fee. It changes with the amount of money that you have invested in the program. Because obviously, if you're generating, they want more money to trade with. So if the more money you put in, the more fee that you get paid. Daily deposits, everything comes directly back to you. The company only has the amount that you made the deposit. They work with that. Maximum deposit is 4 Bitcoin. That'd be around $4,000. That's all you can put in. You can't put in any more. But you can have multiple accounts. There's no restriction. All you have to do is sign up and say you want to do it, and you refer people to that account. You get paid. That's it. Now, it's an international presence. Because they're in Singapore and they operate 24 hours a day, and it's fully automated, there is no limit to where it can be done. You can have people in your line from Russia and you don't even know it. You can have, you can know people over in New Zealand and Australia. We do, and they've signed up with this program, and it works the same down there as it does up here. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It just continually monitors and manages the money. Because it's really kind of cool when you go across the international date line, you know. I mean, over here it's Sunday and down there it's Monday. See, they're already doing business down there while we're up here still on our Sunday, and vice versa. So it's really cool how that works. The binary is an optional part of this thing. You don't have to do it. You're going to make money anyway. If you make a deposit, you will get 2.2% return on your money every single day until they double it. I don't know how much simpler I can make it. It's just, that's the way it is. If you want to refer people, you may. If you don't want to refer people, you don't have to. It's not required. You are going to get your Bitcoins doubled anyway. It's also designed to be accessed anywhere you are. So if you want to use a tablet, if you want to do it on your phone, if you want to use a PC, if you want to take a vacation and just take your phone with you, you still have all your money accessible. You still have the whole system accessible. It does not matter where you are. It only matters that you have a connection to the internet so that you can get to your system. So the basic idea is this: you make a deposit in the company, they begin trading the money, and they promise to return your money double. If you put in 4 Bitcoin, they're going to give you back 4 Bitcoin, and they'll do that as fast as possible. If you do have a referral base, you get to use the money from the referral base to achieve the doubling faster than the 90 days. Some people are doing it every single day. Think about that for a minute. You're getting 4 Bitcoin, which are worth over $1,000 right now, every single day. You get your deposit return and 4 Bitcoin. The one limit is that you can only get 8 Bitcoin a day, and you can only earn 240 Bitcoin in a month. That's $240,000 a month. Think about that for a minute. You can have multiple positions. You can actually have 3 positions, all doing 8 a day, returning 8 a day. That's quite a lot of money. If you ever want to get ahead, there's 2 ways to do this. We're going to talk about how this thing works now. Here's the passive way, 2.2%. You put the money in, you do nothing. Here's the other way. You build a binary network. What does that mean? You just let people know that you're doing this and how it pays. You send them over here. We'll explain it. If they want to do it, they do it. If they don't want to do it, it doesn't matter. We don't really care. We're happy to have them if they want to do it, and we're just as happy if they don't want to do it. Doesn't matter. There's 7 billion people on the planet. I mean, come on. There's so many people to talk to. There's no way the company can handle everybody on the planet. So, you know, ultimately at some point there's going to be a limit. But right now we're not seeing it because the computers are able to handle an amazing amount of money. But when you combine the passive method of the 2.2% plus the referral fees from the binary, you're just able to get more Bitcoin. And do you want that? Yes, you do. Really, Bitcoin is going to go up very high in value. You're going to be holding these things for your kids and your family. They're going to be passed between families. It's going to be that significant. I'm seeing it happen. And I really have some idea on this because I've been in the financial business for 40 years. I'm watching this develop. It's incredible what's going on. All right, so a binary network, one on the left, one on the right. You have to do 2 personal referrals in order to access the fees from the binary. That's it. Put one here, one there. They can be you. You can have this position. You can take this one, and you can take this one. Done. Over. Now you got 3 positions. Other people above you will refer. These people will fall down here below your teams. The teams grow automatically. You don't have to get out there and beat the bushes. If you do, you'll get more Bitcoin, which means you're going to have more money, which I think is a good thing. But again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. The referral fees are between 5% and 15% daily. So every time a team member doubles their Bitcoin and continues on the same plan or upgrades. So if you've got 2 Bitcoin in and you want to jump up to the 4 Bitcoin plan, you'll still get the daily accumulation, plus you'll get the binary percentage. Every time somebody renews, you get that. Every time somebody new comes to the team, you get that referral fee. Every time you renew yours, you get that referral fee. Okay? Very, very simple. Why? Because you're starting new contracts, and that's what they do. They live on these contracts. That's what they do. They want to manage money, so that's what they do. You just keep pumping money in, they keep managing it for you. Anytime you can stop it and leave, take your money with you. But remember, all the earnings and all the fees, all that money comes to you anyway. And if you're turning your money over every single day, what's the risk to your money? If the company even just decided, you know what, we're tired of doing this, we don't want to do this anymore, we're going to sell the company. Well, I'm out of there. But I've gotten everything that I've gotten over time by working with the company, and it's mine. I've got the Bitcoin, and that's what I want. I want Bitcoin. So an example is of people who started with $100 worth of Bitcoin. That's about 10% of a Bitcoin right now. 50 people had 10%, $100. They all doubled it, and they all continued it. And because they did, they retained this binary team that you built. All right? Now, if you quit, if you walk away, you break the relationship between you and the team that was built underneath you. You can't come back and get in it again. You can't stop and say, oh, I want to take a breather. I'm going to go somewhere else. I don't want to pay attention to that thing. No, 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 no. If you're going to take off, you let somebody else handle the thing for you. Make sure that you renew your system on time when they double the money, especially these guys doing it every day. Do you think they're going to walk away from that? That's a lot of Bitcoin that they're getting every single day. Anyway, you want to make sure that you maintain that relationship because that's the power there. That doubles, you know, if you've got $50,000 worth of referral fees in there, you're paying you a 15% referral fee, that's $7,500. That's almost 8 Bitcoin in your hand right off the bat from day one because of that referral fee. Why would you ever want to throw that away? This is the best retirement plan I've ever seen in my life. All these 401ks and all these IRAs and all this money they put in mutual funds, it's incredible. It doesn't buy anything anymore. And that's one of the things that I was noticing. The plans that I worked on 20 some years, there was nothing in there. It was money there, but it didn't buy anything. Why? Well, why is a loaf of bread $5, $6? I mean, it's incredible. Why is a gallon of gasoline $3 or $4? Taxation, inflation, the whole bit, you know. See, they can't do that to Bitcoin. There's only 21 million coins, and you either get them now or forever hold your peace, because you ain't going to get them later, and not for the money that we're going to get them for now. All we have to do is save a little bit of money, use those earnings to step up to the higher levels, and just let the system develop the Bitcoin for your account. Okay, so you choose your plan. You find one that you're comfortable with and that you want to make a deposit on. This is the first plan. There is no doubling in this plan. You make 0.05, about 50, 60 bucks Bitcoin deposit, and you can only refer people to the binary, and you receive a 5% payment on the lowest leg. It's a binary, so there's 2 legs. So whichever one has the lowest amount of points in it, that's what you get paid on. Okay? The most you can get out of that account is a 3 Bitcoin monthly limit, and frankly, this is just a holding place. This is where somebody comes on and planning to get enough fees through the binary because they're short on money to be able to get into the next level, which is what we call the Spartacus 2 level. That's a tenth of a Bitcoin, 10%. This doubles your money in 90 days because you get a 2.2% payment every single day, and you can receive 6% of that binary. The next plan going up is Spartacus 3. Same thing. It's going to double the money in 90 days. You put in 0.2, 20% of a Bitcoin, and you get 7% off the binary people that's below you. But here's the sweet spot. This is where you really should start if you can. This is half a Bitcoin. You start with that, doubles in 90 days, you get 9% off the binary. you are getting paid every single day that 2.2% plus the 9% from the binary. And anybody who joins during these periods, you continue to get that 9%. Anybody who renews their contract gets that 9%. No more complicated than that. Now you really start to get into it here. This level, if you come in with 1 Bitcoin, you start right off the bat receiving 11% off that binary, and you can receive 2 Bitcoins per day. That's the doubling, right? If you come in with 2 Bitcoin, you get a 13% participation in the referrals. Now, you can start at the 0.1, use the earnings to help step up to the next ones, and you'll still keep your whole binary and all the people that are joining after you join in that leg or whatever. You're going to be able to apply the new percentage to it. It's not complicated. It's just automatic. If you're at that level, that's what you get. You don't have to requalify. You don't have to do anything special. You just work the system, and the system works for you. This is the max. 4 Bitcoin in there, and many people that we're going to look at, most people start at the 0.1. I'm serious. Unless you see this whole thing and you understand kind of what we're doing here, they want to try it out. They want to test it. They want to see if it happens. Are they really going to get that kind of money? See, I wanted to know that up front, and that's why I'm going to show you one of the people that is doing this and has been doing this, and what's happened in their office. They actually can prove that they're receiving that money every day. That's very important. I don't want any company holding the money. I've already had enough of that with other programs. I don't want any interference. We've got that here. That's great. But you get 15% off the binary, so every $50,000 of money down in that pool, you get a 15% referral fee every time you renew. Every time somebody else renews, it increases the amount of money that comes up to you through that 15%. You can earn 8 Bitcoin per day, and again, 240 Bitcoin per month. That's it. The easy part is just choose a plan that's suitable for you, make a deposit, refer some people if you like, sit there and collect your 2.2%. That's better than any bank is going to give you. And you get it in Bitcoin, which I think is the most important part of this whole thing. Get your hands on Bitcoin, because you may not be able to get it in the future. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you William Portillo's back office. William's been doing this for some time. And he's doing really well. And he started down at the bottom, just like we all did. But what I want to show you is actually looking into his back office, where you can see exactly how this thing works, and exactly that actually the money is really actually going into your personal account. You're totally in control of what's going on with the money. That's the most important thing I can think of. I've been in several plans where I've had thousands of dollars due me, but I had to leave it in the company, had to leave it in the plan. I wasn't able to take it out, and I lost it all several times. And that's just never going to happen again. I'm just not into the whole big MLM, rah, 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 sis, boom, bah, kind of thing. This is very exciting, and people are talking about it, but it's exciting for all the good reasons, right? You're dealing with your money. You're getting some referral fees, which is what you should do when you're bringing business to a company. You should get some referral fees. You're getting a decent rate of interest because of the nature of the high-speed trading and the volatility of the market, where they're able to get these gains. I don't know if that's going to last. Certainly, as the Bitcoin price goes up and stabilizes over time, it's going to slow down the volatility, and we're not going to be able to achieve these kinds of gains. I mean, it is what it is. So now is the time to get started and do it. So let me do that. I want to bring this down a little bit. Let me get out of the PowerPoint here, and I'll bring up the video. Okay, this is going to run about 10 minutes, but we're going to show you exactly proof. And if you don't see it all this time, and we can go back over it and show you different things and answer questions about it as it goes, okay? Afterwards, because we're going to leave some room for question and answers. So here we go. Hit the wrong button.
Let me show you guys some of my results. So what I'm saying is not just air. At the end of the day, when people, invite me to any opportunity, the first thing I ask is, okay, show me your results, because that's what all of us are looking for, right? We're looking for results, and that's exactly what this company provides us. So let me go to GladiaCoin. I'm going to go to my account, log in, and I am going to my back office. Okay, and as you can see, I'm already at 65% and I barely paid this plan, repurchased actually the contract some days ago. Let me go back here. And
what he means is this is not interest. This is 65% of goal. And he's ahead of the schedule. He's only been in this a few days. This is a 90-day contract, but he's in the higher contract. He's going to get double Bitcoin, and he's got 5.25 Bitcoins returned to him already, and he's only in it a few days. This is all coming because of the referral fees that he's getting in addition to the interest payment. So he is way ahead of the game. He's 65% towards getting his 8 Bitcoin out.
see purchase plans, okay? And let me show you how I started, guys. I started, like I said, in December 28th. I activated with Spartacus 2.10, guys, $100 approximately or less. Then, a couple of days after, I upgraded to 0.20. Then, upgraded again to Spartacus 4, Spartacus 5. Then I renew a couple of times Spartacus 5. Can you believe this, guys? Man, I hadn't really seen the vision at that time. And then I upgraded to Spartacus 6 in January 26th. And this is where my business began, guys. February the 1st, okay, Spartacus 7. This is where the party began. Look at, I've actually repurchased twice already, okay? When I say repurchase, it means that once the bar hits 100%, let me show you here. Once this green bar hits 100%, that means that I have double my 8 Bitcoin. So I have already 5.25 Bitcoins out of 8 Bitcoins. So what does that mean? That means that purchase plans, okay? So I reactivated on the 17th. The 17th I had to pay. So I'm 5 days into it? 5 days into it. And in 5 days, I made 5.25. Let me see if I can get the CoinDesk calculator. I like it how Antonio did it last time. CoinDesk calculator. There you go. All right. All right. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. All right. So 5.25 Bitcoin I made in 5 days, guys. 5.25 Bitcoin. So in 5 days, I made almost $6,000. Okay. So I'm actually averaging more than $1,000 a day since I renewed last time. And I can tell you guys how much I've made here so far. So that's 25.25 Bitcoin. How much is that since February, to tell the truth? 25.25. So I made, guys, in a short of 22 days, $28,595 with 88 cents, guys. That's exactly how I made it. Let me tell you, this is growing exponentially. There is no way to stop it. People are so happy and joyful. And why is this so exciting for people? Because it's duplicatable, simple. There's other programs that join and you got to put in a hash, you got to do this, you got to jump in hoops. Man, they make it so difficult, like if you're pulling teeth out of someone, Here, this is so simple that my grandmother, I will say this, that my grandmother or a 5-year-old kid can do it. If your grandmother and a 5-year-old can do it, this is it, guys. And this is why this company, in my opinion, is positioned to be one of the biggest Bitcoin company in the world.
Now look, that 5.25 number right there that you're seeing, all of that money is paid to his account. It's in his back office already. He has control of it. Nobody can take it from him. He can't lose it, okay?
This has potential, guys. We can make millions at the end of this year. Now, what is the difference between the people that are going to make millions and pennies? Okay, what is the difference? It's a fear factor, guys. I gotta confess to you, I was fearful. Why? Because of my past experiences, I didn't jump in feet in this company. But I could tell you right now, if I knew what I know now, I would have come in with 4 Bitcoins with my eyes closed, no doubt, no fear, just trusting in the Lord and knowing that this is a great company. It's sustainable. Let me explain to you my theory and my upline theory and my upline theory why this company is sustainable. Because every time we hit 100%, okay, that means every time we double, okay, I have to pay 4 Bitcoins to be able to renew. Now, that's optional, okay? If I didn't want to renew, that's okay, no problem. The only downside to that, guys, would be that if I'm building a team and I have a spillover of 485 Bitcoin, right? What that means is that I will flush my Bitcoins because I did not pay the renewal of the contract. So I definitely want to renew. And the moment I hit 50%, which was yesterday, I am not touching no more of my Bitcoins. Why? Because I need to accumulate them to have enough. So when this bar hits 100%, I'm paying again for Bitcoin. So look at this as a business perspective.
Now, what do you mean by not touching his Bitcoin? See, he had possession of the Bitcoins. But what happens is there are so many people now that want Bitcoins, is that he actually he takes orders for the Bitcoins as they come in, and he sells them to other people because they want to get some Bitcoin and they don't know how to get it. It's easy to get, but you have to jump through hoops. You have to go through the same old. You got to use anti-money laundering. You got to show all your KYC documents. You got to wait days for them to deliver the stuff. Well, nobody wants to do that. So if you're helping the people that are working with you, and that's what he's doing, people want to come do this stuff, and they need to turn some of the fiat into Bitcoin. So he provides it to them. So, but he needs now to accumulate 4, keep them for himself so he can renew the contract. And then after that, he'll start selling it again to help people.
Like in the company perspective, okay? So money's coming in from new people. Money's coming in from the people that are building. Every time we hit 100%, out of my own 8 Bitcoins that I got. So 4 goes into renewing the contract. So now I get another opportunity to make another 8 Bitcoins, which 4 of those I use to renew again and again and again. Now my sponsor is happy because every time I renew, every 5, 6, 7 days I'm renewing, this is volume that is coming up to him in his pay leg. The same thing with my team. Every time they renew, I'm getting again another 4 Bitcoins, 4 Bitcoins, 4 Bitcoins, and that's going into my pay leg. So that means that creates a passive residual income. Let me ask you, if you're like my upline that are, not even 3 months into this, and they're making 8 Bitcoins a day, well, profit really is 4 Bitcoins. But, let's put it in perspective. Will your life change if you're making $4,000 a day? I think so, very much. Okay. And the best thing about this, guys, is that you don't just have one position. Once I hit 8 Bitcoins a day, guys, I'm working my other 2 positions, because basically what I'm doing is building my first position, maxing it out. And once I do that, then I'll be focusing on other 2 positions and building those out to eventually have 3 positions minimum, hitting 8 Bitcoins a day. So that means I have a profit, guys, of 12,000 or even more, depending on the price of the Bitcoin daily. How will your life change if you're making $12,000 daily? I don't know about you, but for me, it would definitely bless me in many different ways. And that's why we're so excited. So you might say, well, why don't you show me the results? Because anybody can show you a back office. So basically what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to connect to my blockchain account. And I want you to, let's go to the statements real quick here. Statements, okay. Okay, so statements say that I have received today this amount here. Let me copy it. 1.34 in Bitcoin. Let me put it over here. So I've made today, guys, 1,526.93. So let's verify that in my wallet. And I'm going to transactions, okay? And you tell me if that matches the amount. Well, it's actually more, 1,540, because the price of the Bitcoin has actually gone up since I received the amount. So 1.34, right? Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, 1.34. Let me change it to Bitcoins. 1.34. That's exactly how much I got paid today, guys. And so this is why we're so excited, because results are here. There's nothing to dispute. There's the evidence. And if you guys have any questions, I'm more than welcome to. But I don't know if Kathy or John have any questions that I can respond. But I can tell you, the guys, this is the real deal. We're excited. We're bringing people left and right.
Okay, I'm pretty much done. We should open it up and answer any questions and see if anybody misunderstood anything or wants to know more?
Hello, John. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Humberto.
How you doing?
Hey,
I'm pretty good, man.
Humberto. It's so good to see you.
You also got here.
If Humberto is going to actually talk to people in Spanish, so there are many people that don't speak English that want to do this thing, and he's going to be here to help them.
Absolutely, yes. I'm going to have the meeting at 7 o'clock and the Spanish webinar at 7 o'clock. But before that, of course, I just want to share that, I'm so happy to be working with you guys, with everybody, with William, John, Kathy, and, Julius, everybody, and Anthony. So it was just, having so much fun getting paid every single day. We're going to make a ringtone, man, like every day.
Humberto, it really is different. It is so far, it's just amazing that this company generates the cash flow and gives it to us.
This is how it is. See, I got paid.
You got paid? Look at that. Half a Bitcoin right there.
Got paid.
More than half a Bitcoin.
So imagine. Everybody's getting paid, bro. Everybody. So we're so happy with it.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
And I know everybody can show it, but not everybody has access to the camera. But if you get your app, you can show it to everybody in front of everybody. So they say, oh, it's not only William making all the money. Everybody started making money here.
If I could take a picture, I would right now and put it up there for you guys.
Next day, just started getting paid. That's it. Boom.
Yeah. Lot of fun here. Do we have any questions? We have so many great guests in the house tonight. I am so glad to see all of you. Okay, go ahead.
Hi. If you have every time you if you have you refer people that's under you and you upgrade to a Spartacus 7, the percentage goes up for when they renew as well, the people that you referred. Like if you were a Spartacus 5 and you upgraded to a Spartacus 7, your percentage would go up when the referral renews their contract as well?
Yes, well, it's going to go up immediately. In other words, you're starting your contract over actually, and as people come on and you getting new referral fees, even from spillover, even if you're not doing it, somebody else is doing it. As long as you qualified to receive them, which means you put 2 people personal on, that's it. That's all you got to do. You're going to get the new percentage as soon as you upgrade right away. And then when the people below you renew their contracts, you'll automatically get the new percentage too when they do that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, anybody else? We have, how about Coach Mike King? He is the Bitcoin champ. Do you have any questions or comments? Where did he go? Trying to scroll up here and there he is.
One question, Kathy. This is Monica.
Oh, hi. Hola, hola.
Hola. Are you recording
Yes.
this presentation?
Yes, yes.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Because some people, is working and they don't have time to.
Exactly, yes. And we always put the recordings in our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group. It's listed right there on John's page, right on the screen. So anybody can go in there and download the files and watch any of the presentations. So. And then Coach Mike King, how are you doing?
Good. Can you hear me now?
Yes, very well.
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Very excited.
Well, I'm excited. I'm pretty much worn out because I've been excited for the last week, and it's been, waking up with all that excitement will wear you down.
Well,
Yeah,
I know that's about where I'm at.
I was just telling Nikki, John was up till 3:30 this morning, and then we had a syndicated radio show we did at 7 a.m. So, yeah, everybody is just kind of running on adrenaline right now.
Yeah. But I'm getting the word out. So, what I wanted to let everybody know, basically you two guys, because y'all appear to be the leaders of this webinar.
Whoa. I'm not a leader, man. I'm just here trying to let people know.
That's what a leader is. A leader learns something, then teaches.
Umberto is the leader. He's responsible.
Oh, yeah, I know Umberto. I already told him.
Yeah.
But
William Portillo, they're leaders. They're leading the way, man. I'll tell you.
Well,
Yeah, what
we.
I'm going to do is I'm probably going to work on some. I'm a professional graphic artist. I do
Oh, yeah.
from billboards to websites, business cards, T-shirts, you name it. And right
Nice.
now, I'm working on some material so that everybody have access to some quality material, better than you can get at Vistaprint. Vistaprint. I mean, I do everything, professional, and I am a print broker as well. So I'll let you guys know when I get this material up, and it'll help everybody, get their advertising out. So
Are
I'll
you
do.
going to run the GladiaCoin contest?
Who, me?
Correct.
Oh, I'll probably win that.
Really?
That sounds good. All the materials we can get our hands on. We have 7 billion people on the planet to show this one to. This one really is a game changer. Even we get people that making $50 a day, and I mean, in some countries that is just. I mean, it's very life changing. It is for a lot of people, from 50 to 10,000 a day. I mean, this helps everybody. It's just amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing your materials.
Okay, real soon.
Sounds good.
You have a good night.
Okay,
thank
thank you. Anybody else?
Thanks.
Any other questions? Can I pick on this? Can I just randomly pick on people? I'm going to. Miss Kaya, or I don't know if it's Miss or Mr. I'm sorry.
You're saying it right.
Oh, good. so are you excited about this?
I surely am. I'm actually friends with Mike, and I've been knowing him for a while now. What is it, Mike? Like 5 years now? I think it's close to it. But we've tried our hand in different things, and I actually have been involved in traditional numismatics. I actually was just telling him back in the day I used to invest in silver coins, and I'm actually doing gold as well now. But I guess it's just a lot of people are starting to see the handwriting is on the wall, the volatility with the U.S. dollar, and trying to put away some money just in case there's an SHTF situation.
Right.
So,
That's right. That's exactly right.
But Kaya, it's already been proven. India approved it. China approved it. Venezuela.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to wake up like Greece, because when you guys were talking about Forex, I tell you, like, I actually was in the middle of a trade in Forex when the euro crashed last summer. I don't know if you guys remember.
Crunch, yes.
Greece ran on the banks, and when I tell you that my Traders Way account was like almost $200 in the hole, I about died. I was like, what in the world happened? And it was
Were you on margin? Were you on margin?
You know what? I usually day trade, and I just dropped the ball. Like, I must have got distracted. It was Friday afternoon, and I didn't close out the trade. And Lord, I just.
Let me tell you how Bitcoin is helping people in Venezuela. Venezuelans who are using Bitcoin because the currency in Venezuela sucks, right? It's just no good.
Yeah.
They're actually using their Bitcoin to buy food from Amazon Prime Direct, I think they call it, and getting the food delivered to the border, and then going to the border and picking up their food and taking it home.
Oh my God! Yeah, I know.
Amazing?
I kept hearing about how corrupt the government is, and people was going hungry down there, but I didn't know it was. So they have to use Bitcoin, Jesus, to buy food. Wow.
Well, the government has got the money all tied up, right? There's no money.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? People who have Bitcoin have a store of value, a medium of exchange, and they can carry it all with them with the phone in their back pocket. They got their entire bank.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
Definitely the wave of the future. I'm geeked. I'm I'm ready to go, to press the go button.
Right.
So
if you're paying attention at all to what's going on, you listen to some of these experts that are talking about that exchange traded fund that's being put through the SEC right now because they want to start investing in Bitcoin. Believe it, the fiat guys want to invest in Bitcoin. This is beyond belief to me. So they're putting together this exchange traded fund, and they want approval. Do you realize the 200 million cap value that'll be going into Bitcoin the moment that thing gets approved? What do you think is going to happen to the price? price of Bitcoin.
Let's go, Scott.
The experts did a risk analysis, and they are pegging it at about $3,700 a coin immediately. Now, the question is whether it's going to go through or not, because I don't know whether the bank money guys that run Wall Street are going to actually allow it to happen. But we'll see. But they're not going to be able to stop it. I mean, it's going. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it's going to happen down the road, because these guys need to get their hands on Bitcoin too, but they just don't want to admit they've failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from a certain source, I heard that should happen around the 11th of next month. So just have
Well,
as
yeah,
much
they have to come out with a
on the
decision.
11th. Yeah, have as much money as possible as you
Well,
can in Bitcoin. On
listen, you want as much Bitcoin as you can get your hands on, and this is the only way to do it. It's the only reasonable way the average person who is trying to survive can get Bitcoin, and enough of it is doing this, where he puts the money in an account, everybody pulls their money together, professional traders. You know, they're making a lot more money than they're paying us. This is not a lot of money. I mean, these guys can make 60%, 70%, 100%, 200% of their money in a trade. They're giving us a few points, and I'm happy with that. That's more than I can get anywhere else.
I'm very happy.
And the fact that all of my money earnings, everything comes to my personal account where it's under my control. It doesn't stay in the company. That's the important part.
I know Umberto's a happy camper. Umberto. I know Nikki is too, huh? Nikki.
You know what? Right now, I'm talking with a friend of Charles from Cuba. He's from Cuba.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, give me a second, Charles. Give me a second.
Okay.
You see, guys, I'm having a conversation with somebody else, and he's gonna be joining with one Bitcoin on the top and one on the left, one on the right.
Wow. Good for him.
Congratulations. Yeah, he's going to be wealthy. That's for sure.
I'm telling you guys, this is getting busy.
You know, this is the way William is having everybody come in that can take 3 positions, because then you're making, how much is it? 24 Bitcoin a day eventually?
If you work it up,
mm-hmm.
it's 8 Bitcoin a day, right, per position. And you can have as many as you want. So you can only put in 4 Bitcoin per account. And if you're going to be generating 4 every day, you know, you can build, it's easy to build up. And then all that money comes into your personal account anyway. But you're getting 24 Bitcoin per day. That's 240 Bitcoin per month times 3. That's 750 Bitcoin per month. That's $750,000.
That's a nice chunk of change. I am going to now pick on Nikki Love. Nikki. What happened to you your first week? Are you there? Ah, we lost Nikki. Oh no. Nikki. I guess she's gone, but she's got a great story too.
She does, because she's been down there trying to build this Purple Paradise Resort for a long time. She's been having a lot of financial problems.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's my speaker. I got to get the speaker. Anyway,
Nikki's down in Belize. She lives in Belize.
We did some other programs together, so I've known Kathy and John for a while, and some of them were with Bitcoin. The day that Kathy called me, I had Skyped a really good friend of ours, and I said, I need a plan, because I knew the other one was failing. And I joined on Sunday a week ago. Thursday was my first payday, and I blew that out. It was a Spartacus 2, so I came in at 0.1, 0.10 Bitcoin, and I blew it out, which means I maxed it out in 4 days. I was absolutely, I looked at the screen, and you just would have had to see my face. I was shocked, just absolutely shocked. And now every day I have my alarm on my phone go off, like I'm going to forget. And today I'm at 51% because I had to renew. How sad is that?
Yeah, of course.
Now I can relate to what Antonio says when you watch his webinars. Like, when you see this, it's like, it's so cool. Yes, it is. And so I had to renew. and today I'm already at 51%, and it's just like, oh my God, it's
It's
I
actually
just,
working. It really works.
oh
It
my
really
God,
does.
yeah, it's such a scam. Yeah, I get paid every day.
And Nikki,
directly into my wallet.
and Nikki, did you have to learn a special skill? Did you have to go to school for 14 years in order to get
Oh
an advanced
God, no,
degree?
no.
Did you have to pay your dues?
I just had to have the desire to want Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's it. And you had to have a couple bucks to put in the deal, and then that's all it took to get you started. Listen, I
Yeah.
hate to cut this short, guys, but it's
No,
all
it's okay. Yeah, Humberto, it's Humberto's turn.
Yes, it
Thank you
is.
anyway for letting me share because I'm just so excited. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I know.
Thanks,
I know.
everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll do
All
this
right,
again
and
tomorrow. It's 6 o'clock.
well, tomorrow at noon, you can come back and bring all your friends. Bring them all. Bring them all.
Yep.
Bring them all. And you'll
William will be
hear
here.
William Portillo at noon in the same room here. So
Yeah, and that's Pacific Standard Time.
that's right. 12 o'clock
Okay,
Pacific
we gotta
Standard
go.
Time.
We gotta go.
Thank you all
Love
for
you.
coming and joining us, and
Welcome,
get
John.
back to the person that brought you to this webinar tonight, and they'll get you hooked up, or go back to the group and find the person that invited you, and let's get you going. You don't want to miss this. You want to dive in. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Good night.
Good night.